Night of Champions is almost here, which means we're about to have a brand new king and queen of the ring. But who's gonna win? Let's speculate. I'm Brandon, this is Wrestling Talk. Alright, so whoever wins the king and queen of the ring tournaments have a guaranteed title match at SummerSlam for their respective brand. So when looking at the men's side, it's currently Randy Orton versus either Jey Uso or Cody Rhodes. By the time this video gets uploaded, Cody versus Jey would have already happened probably, but let's be honest, it's gonna be Cody, which means the match at Night of Champions is going to be actually a bit of a dream match. Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton. This is a match that I thought would have been saved for WrestleMania or some other major PLE, but doing it right here at Night of Champions feels a bit underwhelming. Hopefully they at least have one promo battle between the two of them, just so we can build some hype. But in terms of who's winning, it's Cody. It's always been Cody. Cody versus Cena at SummerSlam. That's the move. The main event of the first ever two-night SummerSlam is going to be the rematch from WrestleMania 41. I would actually love it if Cena wins at SummerSlam too, just to throw things for a loop, but that's probably not gonna happen. But to be honest, if you're looking at Randy versus Cody, Randy had the much better match with John Cena recently. Their match at Backlash was awesome. Cena versus Cody WrestleMania sucked. So if you're asking me personally what I want to see, I would have Randy win just because I think we're going to get a better match out of it. But that's not realistic. It's going to be Cody because Cody needs to get his win back from Cena. And then from SummerSlam on, Cena can slowly turn babyface again. So yeah, Cody for the win. I just wish that we were saving Cody versus Randy for another bigger stage. Moving on to the Queen of the Ring finals, it is going to be Asuka versus either Jade Cargill or Roxanne Perez. Now that Liv Morgan is out with an injury, I think Roxanne is going to fit into her spot for Evolution. So Roxanne and Raquel versus the Bellas for the tag titles. So Roxanne has other things going on, and I don't think WWE wants to put her in a major title match at SummerSlam. So because of that, I think the match at Night of Champions is going to be Jade Cargill versus Asuka. This is tough because either one could win. Jade could win to challenge Tiffany or Naomi at SummerSlam, and then Asuka could win to challenge Io at SummerSlam. At the moment, it's feeling 50-50, but I'm leaning towards Asuka. Why? Because she made her big return in a Queen of the Ring qualifier. She even cut a promo right after winning. So it feels like all signs are pointing towards Asuka winning the Queen of the Ring tournament, and then setting up a long-term story between her and Io Sky leading into SummerSlam. Not to mention, when it comes to who should win the King and Queen of the Ring tournament, it's gotta be someone who WWE doesn't necessarily need to wrestle on a regular basis between Night of Champions and SummerSlam. When Gunther won the King of the Ring tournament, I don't think he wrestled at all leading into SummerSlam. Obviously, if Cody wins the King of the Ring tournament as the babyface, you're probably going to see him wrestle on SmackDown. But if both Cody and Jade win the tournaments, you basically have two of your biggest babyfaces just treading water for a few months. I would have Jade lose Queen of the Ring and then challenge Tiffany right at Evolution, because then we can still see her actively on TV on the chase for a title, whereas Asuka can win Queen of the Ring and then slowly set up this story with Io where before SummerSlam, I think she's going to turn on her, meaning going into the title match, Asuka is going to be a heel, which I think is needed because WWE has done basically nothing with Io Sky since WrestleMania, so giving her a true long-term feud with Asuka would be great. So Asuka for the win. While we're at it, let's just go through the rest of the match card. Jacob Fatu versus Solo Sakoa. I think Solo's winning, probably due to interference from Jeff Cobb. Jacob Fatu had a big moment at Money in the Bank. I think Solo Sakoa is going to have a big moment at Night of Champions. Because if Jacob beats Solo here, it really just doesn't do anything for anyone. Jacob is not necessarily getting over by beating Solo, and you're basically killing this entire feud before it even really gets going. So I think Solo's gonna win via cheating, and then that can set up a good mid-card feud between these two guys for the US title, eventually culminating in a rematch where Jacob gets it back. Spoiler alert, I think this is gonna be the only title change at Night of Champions. Moving on. Dominic Mysterio versus AJ Styles. This one's very simple. Dom is not losing the IC title until at least the Finn Balor match. I'm not even saying Finn Balor is going to be the one to beat Dom, but before Dom loses the title, he has to face Finn for it, whether that's at SummerSlam or even further down the line. All this match is going to do is continue to plant seeds of dissension between Dom and Finn. But with Liv Morgan out with an injury, who knows when this match is eventually going to happen, because I have to assume she's going to play a major role in this Judgment Day story. Moving on to the main event. John Cena versus CM Punk. CM Punk winning would be fantastic. It would be unexpected, exciting. It would just be awesome to see WWE blow everything up and go against expectations. Is it gonna happen though? No. Cena is holding this title till at least SummerSlam, and to be honest, the only two PLEs where he can feasibly lose this title at are SummerSlam and Survivor Series. He is not losing the title at any B-level PLE. So as exciting as this matchup is, I love seeing John Cena face some of his old rivals like Punk and R-Truth and Randy Orton. The match is simply just another story beat in Cena's heel run. But that's who I think is going to win the King and Queen of the Ring tournament, as well as who I think is going to win the rest of the matches. What do you think? Comment below, let me know, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.